welcome to the... What?
No, nothing.
Oh, just hello, and welcome to the Castle of Spirits True Ghost Stories.
Why is your head wobbling like that when you say it?
Because I read up on the value of being a bobblehead this week, and I'm trying it out.
Hey.
I'm aiming for a primetime slot here, baby.
Okay.
Welcome to the Castle of Spirits True Ghost Stories once again.
Thank
where
you.
Where we come to you every week, fingers crossed, right? And we deliver you we delve into the trove of true ghost stories that exist at the Castle of Spirits .com,
Wow.
as Phoebe Judge says. And we share true ghost stories written by people just like you. Some of them are a lot like you, actually.
Yeah.
And that's
Some of them are even you.
Some of them are actually you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an awesome thing. It's an awesome thing. And allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ghostkeeper.
Don't let the ghosts hear you say that. If they think you're going to bust them, it's going to be mutiny.
I'm Ghostkeeper Vince.
And I'm Ghostkeeper Jane.
Together, we are the Ghostkeepers of the castle. If you're listening out there in podcast land, you should see the shirt I'm wearing right now, man. Because we're broadcasting this live on YouTube as well. And I decided to get into the little spirit of the season because the heat has been dissipating, right?
Slowly.
Thank the gods. Thank all 600 of them. And I dug into my thing, my dresser, my armoire.
Okay.
And I pulled out this wonderful shirt from
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween.
Not a promotional ad, but we're open to the conversation.
And it fits a little tight these days, but you know, hey, I had a martial arts injury, so I ate everything I could.
And because he had a martial arts injury, his shirts shrunk.
Did the shirts shrink, or did the ghost keeper grow?
Yeah.
That's the question for the night. Anyway, how are you? Thank you for answering.
To the one guy out there who was like,
hey,
I'm fine, thanks, and then shook his head like, what the hell am I doing?
Speaking of Spirit Halloween, I saw that there's a bit of a controversy going on with Spirit Halloween right now.
Really? Oh, yeah.
One of the Instagrammers that we follow on Castle of Spirits, if you IG or if you FB, follow us at Castle of Spirits.
But we don't TT, so.
The hell is that?
TikTok, Nimrod.
Oh, okay, we don't TT. I have no TTs. Anyway, I actually do. But
Vince.
What I was saying was, I'm trying to make a point here.
Do it.
The apparently Spirit Halloween has come out with some sort of a new line. We haven't seen it yet because we haven't been. Are they even open yet?
I don't know if they're open yet.
A new line of Lizzie Borden merchandise to, I guess, capitalize on all the Lizzie Borden TV shows and movies and stuff like that come out, and they're always terrible. The only good one ever was the one with Elizabeth Montgomery from 1975.
It was pretty great.
Yeah. And but there isn't there there's a new season of American Horrors.
Monster.
Monster.
Yeah. The new Monster series is going to be Lizzie Borden.
So
anyway.
I think that's why, and they've got like a bunch of like merchandise and stuff that is kind of like tone deaf.
Yeah.
With the fact that Lizzie Borden was a real person. Lizzie Borden is being depicted as a killer. I mean, she was acquitted.
She was acquitted, so technically.
So was OJ, but right? I wonder how many years there is going to take before there are going to be OJ masks. Although I think there probably are now.
But then also there were some of the decorations were emblazoned with Andrew Borden's skull, which
anatomically correct to his actual skull that was shown on the. At the trial.
So that's a little problematic. Murder victims shouldn't be decor.
Exactly. And then I thought to myself, and I actually said...
Oh, I mean, last season of Monster.
Oh,
well, I guess they weren't murder victims, but anyway.
Anyway, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the...
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were murder victims. What are you talking about?
No, he dug him up. Well, he murdered his... He murdered somebody, but anyway.
I couldn't finish watching that show.
It's
Charlie Hunnam guy, he freaked me out so much.
Yeah.
And he was so...
I've never been sympathetic
that I was like, I can't watch this. Anyway, we think together we condemn, the Ghost Keepers condemn the use of I mean, what's next? They're going to take photographs from the Jack the Ripper victims and make posters or something. I mean, God knows that probably exists.
Right.
I don't want to give anybody any ideas, but I've never actually been an original thinker. So anyway.
Oh, wow.
Here we are on a happy Sunday night.
Yes.
And I wanted to share some things here.
Okay.
Because at the website, castleofspirits.com, we get emails from people. And we encourage you to email us and submit your true stories. I have one here that we haven't read yet.
All right.
From Tamara, who wrote, I've been listening to your podcast for the past few weeks, and I really enjoyed the stories.
Thank you.
She says nothing about our voices, though.
Oh.
I'd appreciate something like that.
Well, we don't write the stories, so.
Yeah. I usually listen on my long commute to work. Good idea.
Nice.
Planning to share a couple of my stories eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Tamara, we're waiting for them. Just make sure they're
Immediately.
true.
Come on. Chop. Chop. Speaking of Lizzie Borden. Sorry, that was...
Oh. It was more like whack whack, but, anyway. A long time ago, before we did this, we made a YouTube video under our channel. Should I say the channel?
No.
Oh.
What?
We did a 13th Mirror.
Oh, yeah. We tried a channel decades ago, and we have one video that,
that blew up, and it was like alternate Lizzie Borden theories. I think we should cover that sometime.
Okay.
It's August. August is when the murders took place.
All right, next week.
Not to, I don't know. I don't want to feel like we're
talking about what happened.
We are not trying to capitalize. We don't make any money off of this. We don't monetize this channel or anything like that. No, I'm not going to be a sellout.
Yeah, you are. We'll do it next week.
All right, maybe. All right. Got another email.
Okay.
This is Chrissy wrote in a while back. Sorry, Chrissy, it's taken us a long time.
We kind of suck.
Just listen to the episode Nighttime Nefarities. If you were both chatting about the Cherry Street story, a story that we read, and wondering if either had heard of a haunted street before. And Christy, did I read this already? But I'm gonna read it anyway. The haunted house I grew up in was just one of 6 houses on a new street that had all paranormal things happening.
Ooh.
The street and property, that of the houses plus an office building, used to be part of a larger property, which was sold off and developed.
Is this Poltergeist?
Poltergeist 4. There are many stories that involve a big manor house, but everyone who lived in the houses on our street kept experiencing things. I know a few people who still live in some of these houses. Things still happen. My old house, though, no one manages to live there for more than 1 to 2 years before the house is back up for sale again. Christy, email us and let us know if you've gotten around to writing a story about that.
Yeah, because we need that.
Like I said, we both work we have our full-time pursuits, and this is not something we do full-time or anything like that. So we kind of some things slide,
All of the things, in fact.
Finally, we've got an email from Eric Zanon who wrote, please find below a short overview prepared by our Wix specialists at Outlet. Oh, never mind. You know what, Eric?
What happened to Daniel, the Wix specialist?
You, Eric. You.
You almost got us, man.
All right. So
but we'll be emailing you back shortly for that.
They don't give their email address. They give their email address as COS
That's because
Ghostkeepers.
they send you a link, and you click that link, and they either scam you out of money or installs a Trojan horse on your computer or something.
I like horses. And I like Trojans, but not together, people. All right. Can we move on? Daisy. Jane. That's my nickname for her. Ghostkeeper Jane.
Yeah.
Do you have a ghost story to share with people today?
Sure. I wasn't sure if we were going to do that tonight.
I would sure like to hear one.
All right. So this story is called Devil in My Room, and it was submitted by Sarah in, I'm probably going to say this wrong, I apologize, Napier, New Zealand.
Napier?
Napier. And it was submitted in August of 2006.
Oh, I thought it was going to be
Brand
2020.
spanking new.
Jane, you realize you just said 2006.
26. I said
No,
26.
you said 2006. And I was like, oh, I thought
Someone
it was a
in
new
chat
story.
correct him, please. All right.
Also, try and say Napier, New Zealand with that accent. Do the accent.
I can't do the accent.
accent.
I won't embarrass myself.
All right. Go ahead.
But it's not fantastic. All right. I flatted in a little old cottage with two of my best friends. I had the biggest room with a very small, older walk-in style wardrobe, and often I would come home to the door being open or it opening during the night. One night, I woke and felt that heavy feeling of a presence nearby, as though someone else was there or watching me. But as it was 2 a.m. and dark, I could not see much, but that terror was creeping in, and I looked over to my left, and there was a green, glowing light coming from the wardrobe, which was cracked open ever so slightly. I then watched a green orb come out of the wardrobe and go up and over me, moving so slowly, and it would leave a streak of green light behind it. I was just watching in a mixture of awe, curiosity, and that growing fear. This went on for what felt like 10 minutes, but was probably only seconds. I tried to move and call out to my friends, but I couldn't talk or move. I recall very clearly in the panic and mental battle of trying to be able to speak. I was reciting the Lord's Prayer in my mind. This went on for what felt like forever. And then it was like a switch was clicked and I could move. I sat up, and again, that heavy feeling when someone or something is in the room came over me. I looked over my shoulder to see in the corner of my bedroom, next to the wardrobe, what I can only describe as a large, naked, muscular, black, shiny figure crouching with its head bowed down towards me. And I just let rip and I screamed bloody murder and was out of there like a flash. My flatmates were just stunned and looking at me as though I was absolutely nuts. It got quite chaotic in the panic. All the house lights went on, and they checked my room to obviously find nothing. Once I'd calmed down, I spent the night in one of the others' bedrooms, and in the morning, I rang my boyfriend, who I thought would think I was an absolute nutcase. But instead he listened and said he knew some people that could help. So the following day he arrived with two lovely ladies and an elderly man who patted on the couch for me to sit next to him. And he then placed his hands on my back and asked if I have kidney problems, which I was, and I hadn't told a soul about it. He then told me I have two spirits attached to me, and they performed a cleansing of me and the house. Nothing ever happened in that house again, to my knowledge, but I did move back in with my parents 2 weeks after that experience. And as I still live in the same town, I occasionally drive past that house and still get the strangest feeling. I have had many experiences throughout my life, but that one left me with so many questions to this day, as looking back on what happened, it wasn't trying to hurt me, and why did it kneel down and bow its head to me? That is what really gets me. I might share some of my other experiences with you all another time. Sarah in Napier, New Zealand, we would really like that. Please do. Thanks again, Sarah, for submitting Devil in My Room in August of 2026.
You got the year
And
right this time.
apparently I did say 2006. All right, fine.
Yeah, I told you you did.
Me, me,
You think
me,
I'm
me.
making it up?
Whatever.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, that was really creepy. First of all,
yeah.
So the prayer didn't work, but Sarah, you're not. The Lord's Prayer isn't just going the Lord's Prayer, the Lord's Prayer, the Lord's Prayer. You actually have to say the words.
I'm pretty sure she was saying the words. Vince, she sounds like an intelligent person. But the figure,
dude,
you don't want to see that. But
what does it
bowing
mean
toward you,
if it's bowing towards you? It
you
means
know
that
what it reminded me of?
what?
That scene in The Ritual,
Yeah.
in the attic, in the morning. Remember?
Yeah.
Dude, if you guys haven't seen The Ritual,
It's on Netflix.
it's so good. Don't read the book, though. Sorry.
The book apparently sucked, according to Jane.
I saw the movie and it's got such a good cast. And it was such a good movie. It was artistic, but not like pretentious. And
Very cool folk horror.
yeah, it's definitely folk horror. And I love a good monster movie sometimes.
Yeah.
Not like just any old, like, giant guy in a suit just like stomping things, but like a good creepy monster movie. And The Ritual delivers. I would say that's my number one favorite monster in movies. But yeah, you should watch The Ritual. But that's what that reminded me of, was The Ritual.
And the whole thing about the orb thing, that's what's interesting to me, is that in paranormal, there seems to be two different kinds of orbs. Orbs that people physically see with their eyes and that are strange and ethereal, not of this world, and dust in photographs.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
I think that if you didn't see the orb, I even saw, there was somebody, who was it that posted a really cool picture on social media, somebody with a lot of followers, and
So not us.
yeah, not us. A picture that they took where there was like some sort of a streak that went through on the edge of the image, and like 5 or 6 people all said, "Yeah, that's the camera strap."
Okay.
I used to have a camera that did the same thing.
So
Sometimes it will be a camera strap.
and sometimes it won't, and you'll get the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because I used to get things like that occasionally when I did ghost hunting, and we always used disposable cameras. And
Without
they don't
straps.
have camera straps. And
Yeah, I'm not saying that all anomalous photographs are not ghosts, or I don't know, maybe they're not ghosts. Maybe they're explainable with through some other means. But I'm not saying they're hoaxes or people being stupid. Or
now
anything.
that said, I have also caught photos of like a moth or a mosquito like flying directly in front, and it can leave kind of a dotted line that looks like that.
Yeah, or rods. If you remember the old 90s Art Bell, there was a guy.
Nobody remembers the old 90s Art Bell except you.
Yeah, I guess not. Shame on you. Anyway, go find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's awesome. That's a brand new story from 2006.
It kind of reminded me of shut up. It kind of reminded me of sleep paralysis a little bit. That's kind of what it felt like. How she was laying there.
Was she paralyzed?
She couldn't move or yell.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I mean, sleep paralysis, usually all the scary stuff stops once you can move, but it sounds like once she started being able to move, then she saw this shiny black figure.
Yeah, I've known people who said they've experienced sleep paralysis.
I have never.
That documentary, what was it called? About sleep paralysis was terrifying. They did such
really
a good
was.
job.
I would love to experience that.
No,
I know that's
do not.
weird.
Oh, no. That's the one thing I do not want to experience is sleep paralysis.
Really?
That sounds really scary.
But it's Oh, yeah,
Especially
it
since
would
a
be
lot of times when I wake up in the middle of the night, I really have to go. So
it would be
if I was
a scary
paralyzed,
experience, of course, but
Yeah.
knowing that it's just sleep paralysis, it's a completely
Yeah.
natural and benign thing. It's like a roller coaster. Sure, the roller coaster is scary, but you willingly got on it and you'll do it again. You
Yeah.
know? That's what it seems like to me.
Okay. I have a question for you.
Okay.
I think you may have just answered it. What is the one paranormal thing that you would most like to experience? If
Well,
you
sleep
had not,
paralysis isn't paranormal, but
well, yeah, I guess you have a point there. The one thing, the one paranormal thing that you would want to experience, you don't have to suffer any ill consequences of it.
mm-hmm.
So you can even say possession, but and it would just go away.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a really quick trip. What would that be? Because I was thinking about mine. What mine would be. I would not want it to be sleep paralysis.
Definitely. Well, that's not paranormal.
So don't
anyway.
sleep paralysis me.
Definitely not possession. And I don't like being in close proximity with people anyway,
Yeah.
and that is just way too close proximity for me. So no possession. I would have to say I just want to see a full body apparition, but it has to be so obvious that it's not a person or my imagination
Like somebody
or
that
a
broke
trick
into
of
your
the
house or
light.
something, yeah.
Right. Like, I want to see that crazy old lady in the long flowing white dress, like gliding down the hallway toward me, and then just like fade out or dip into a room and the room is empty, or like something definitive.
Yeah. That's my choice, a full body apparition, apparition. But not somebody that I knew. That would freak me out. I'd be like, oh, they've come to get me. And I'd probably, have an attack.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and
No,
fall
you don't
down.
want to see someone you know because, that sounds like your number's up. Texas T in chat says,
Oh, what's up,
I
Texas T?
never have and don't ever want to experience a paranormal event. Aw, come on. Even just a
Where's
little
your spirit?
one.
Well, it's like with that. We talked about this before, but when my uncle died, like 26 years ago, 27, 20, long time ago.
Yeah. 27 years.
My little sister said she saw him and my grandparents who were also predeceased, and I was like, dude, because we were
Predeceased means you're alive.
oh, predeceased, post-deceased,
Yeah.
diseased. Sorry, alive, diseased. Yeah. Anyway, and we were living in the same house at that time, and I was like, please. I said a silent prayer. I said, please do not show yourself to me because I don't want to die just yet, and I will drop dead. Time to give the dog the Kong. Hey Freya, do you want your treat? Take your treat. Get out of here. Go get it. Go. I had to load that up. Smart thinking.
Okay.
Hopefully you guys won't be able to hear her chewing on that. But I have a story.
I was hoping you did.
I mean, it's a story that somebody submitted
Mm-hmm.
in May of 2005.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if this is the person's name or the location. Dakshar, Japan. This story is called Blue People. Right? This story is not my own personal experience. Whatever. It happened to my father when I was young, but knowing my father as the man he is, I can assure you this is 100% true. To give a little background on my family and I'm half American and half Chinese, and I currently live in Japan. I was born in Taiwan and have spent my childhood moving from place to place around the world due to my father's job as an anthropologist. The first story takes place when we were living in Taiwan. I was about 8 years old. My father was conducting research on Chinese shamans and how they claimed to translate the will of the gods. In spite of his academic field, my father is a very stern and down-to-earth man, always dismissing strange events as an overactive mind and, quote, too much TV. I believe that, Dad. Anyway, with that in mind, one night my parents had some friends over, and as my bedtime approached, I reluctantly wished everyone good night and retired to my room. However, being the nosy little brat I was, his words, not mine, I turned on my desk lamp and sat with my ear to the wall to try to hear as much of their adult talk as possible. Actually, I could hear pretty well, and I heard them debating about politics and all that boring stuff, when suddenly everything went silent, as if they had all stopped and were listening to something. It's probably you. Anyway, I heard whispering, but I couldn't make out the words. Only I remember very clearly sensing something very wrong with the atmosphere, like a veil of something evil. After what seemed like 10 minutes of straining my ears, dying to hear what was going on, but also scared that I might hear something I didn't want to, I at last heard my father speak up in a very low tone, like when he's very serious or upset and tells his bone-chilling tale. The tale is as follows. One day my father got off early from work while I was still at school and came home to find my mom taking a nap in their bedroom. As he occupied himself with his books, he heard the first floor doorbell ring several times, and he picked up the video interphone. We lived on the 8th floor of a 16-story apartment building at this time, one of those that in order to enter the lobby without the key, you have to ask someone to press a button from the inside to release the front door. As the blurred images slowly appeared on the phone screen, my dad could make out two human figures. I remember him saying he had a weird feeling about these people, especially because the shorter figure's head appeared to be constantly turning from side to side, although the image was blurred on the black and white screen. Anyway, whoever they were, they had rung our doorbell from the outside on the first floor, so my father asked them who they were many times, but he did not get a reply. Finally, he guessed that the phone was just not working, as many people around us complained that their intercom and video did little good other than look fancy and high-tech. So he pressed the button to release the lock on the first floor main door.
No.
He did it. I don't know why he did it. Immediately, the image on the video phone blurred and faded away, and my father felt an immense heaviness and humidity fall upon him. The air turned sickly, and a foul odor seemed to hang in the air. Then, to his great dread, a soft tapping noise was heard directly outside our door, nearly making him jump. Being the practical man he is, he told himself it was nothing, and he opened the door to check, just in case. Only to find two humanoid figures with rotten-looking bluish skin and sunken-in cheekbones standing, twitching at our door. It scared him out of his mind, and he slammed and locked the door and awakened my mother. I remember him saying that it was like they were half-rotten dead bodies, somehow awakened, and had come out of the earth for some reason no one knows. The strange thing is, it didn't take them 40 seconds to get to our door, and the elevator, if I recall correctly, was always very slow in arriving. After the incident, my dad fell ill for 2 weeks. I vaguely remember this. And he refused to come out of his study most of the time. I was further creeped out that night as I thought about how abrupt silence could have been caused by some unexpected things tapping at the door. My father probably never intended me to know this, and probably still thinks I don't know, but all I can do is hope it never happens to me. Any comments and questions are welcome. Thank you, Dakshar, Japan, from May of 2005, with the story Blue People.
Woof.
That's one of those stories that you almost want to stop in the middle and go, oh shit, this is good.
Yeah.
Right?
It actually kind of made my eyes water a little bit.
Oh, I love that.
That's so creepy, especially because I'm reading this book right now called The Haunting of
Hill House.
Ashbury House, I believe it's called.
Put a different twist on it.
And there's something going on in the book that's similar. It's not blue, but oh man. Oh.
Now,
that is terrifying.
it is. As I was reading the story, I kind of thought, okay, the dad recounted the story when the kid was listening.
Yeah.
And it kind of almost felt like the adults were like, shh, he's listening. Little bastard, he's supposed to be asleep. I'm going to teach him a lesson. Everybody,
Maybe
quiet.
it's a her. Maybe they're a her. You don't know.
I'm going to teach my child a lesson that they'll never forget. If you swat them on the butt, that's going to. So
I doubt it.
I bet
pretty
you.
elaborate.
I bet you that kid never sneaked to listen to any more conversations. Going,
Are you
holy
kidding?
hell!
That would have. I would be like, nope. I'm going to learn everything that my parents know. They've got to have more. I'd be like, give it to me.
So that was what, I don't know, 20-something years ago. So I guess dear old dad, maybe he's still around.
We need some updates. Did you ever learn more? Have any other stories to share with us?
Furthermore, have you ever experienced something like that? Not Jane. I know she hasn't, but has anybody listening or watching ever experienced anything like that? Because,
I would love it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I mean, I guess maybe I take it back. I don't want to see a full-bodied apparition. I want to see a creepy figure.
You want to see twitchy blue figures
on the other side of the door, but they can't get in because you're like,
What, twitchy blue figures follow vampire rules? Or Black-Eyed Kids rules?
Yes. You have to invite them in. Everything except zombies. Zombies break through windows and stuff. But that's why you just to put a board there.
Zombies are
they don't
loose
get through.
cannons.
Yeah.
Texas T says, I remember reading this story back in the day.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's what I love about this is that God knows, maybe I read that story. I think I would have remembered back when we used to when we used to read each other's stories to try and scare each other.
Yeah, we may have read that one, 2005.
I think that, you know how they have those games or you have those things that you buy that it's like, oh, couples, play these little games. You roll the dice and say page 32 and you turn to page 32 and it says, go on an exciting date to a taqueria or something, within reason, right?
I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Well, I think that the real good relationship tester for anybody out there would be to say, don't roll the dice, save your money. Just go to castleofspirits.com and read each other's stories and try and scare the hell out of each other.
Just scare each other stupid.
And if you're not with somebody who appreciates that sort of thing, then you can come with us and just tell us.
Just come hang out with us.
But, stay where you are. Just, the castle's not open for business.
It's not open for visitors, but you really don't want to come visit anyway because the ghosts, they smell. It's weird.
Are you sure it's the ghosts?
You wouldn't think that a ghost smells, but they do. They kind of smell like mothballs.
And litter box?
Vanilla.
No? Oh, wow. That sounds like a candle.
And like funky feet. That's what a ghost smells like. Okay.
All right. I don't know that there's such a phenomena as ghost. Although I do have a question. If ghosts are real,
they are.
Why are they always seen with clothes? Like, I can imagine
just because you're dead doesn't mean you don't have dignity and a sense of propriety.
Well, you don't need clothes in the afterlife.
No, you don't.
Well, maybe
technically we don't need them in life.
Oh, don't get me started. Look out.
Okay, well, this just became an R-rated show.
I don't know if R would be the more like DN. Do not. Anyway, that was lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, why do people see them with clothing? Especially, I guess the ghost is projecting their outfit, saying, "Look how cool I." Because the ghost would know what they died in.
It's like that
The Curry
that
Barker.
Curry Barker. He's like, I died in this suit, and so I'm now pretty much just uncomfortable all the time.
Yeah. He's the YouTuber made Obsession. You've heard of Obsession.
Everybody knows who Curry Barker is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
and I hope you guys can't hear that
That was
crazy sound my dog is making right now when she's chewing on her Kong.
well. Hopefully they can't hear that, and if they can, now they know what it is, so we can move.
Oh no, I'm
right
sorry.
along.
I hope you don't hear the sound of the creepy ghosts
Yeah.
chewing on their ectoplasmic bones.
They're chewing on bones.
Ectoplasm bones. Anyway, well, that's it. Thanks for listening.
No,
Oh.
I have another story.
Oh, okay. Tell us another story, please.
Okay.
And talk really loud to talk over the sound of the ghosts
Of
chewing.
you.
And I. Me.
This story is titled An Entity. It Was Something. And it was submitted by SP in Imperial Valley, Southern California. Submitted August of 2026.
Oh, 20 years ago, huh?
Another
Oh,
brand spanking new story. I said
Awesome.
26 this time.
Yeah, you did.
I come from a family with a bloodline to superstition and possibly spiritualism, thanks to my ancestry being half Filipino and Hispanic, yet raised in a devout religious upbringing. Over the years, from child to adult, I've experienced things out of the ordinary, but at the time, never knew any better, so I never really gave it a whole lot of thought. Until my adult years. I think back and think, yeah, that was strange. From my brother getting his feet and his hair pulled while sleeping, to my sister hearing someone running out of my room and down the hall, or playing my drums in the middle of the night. I have also, while living at my grandfather's house to help care for him, a cousin of mine told me one night, while I was not there in my room, she heard people running in and out of my room. I had come home late one night, and she comes storming out of her room, accusing me of having noisy friends over and running in and out of my room. But the thing I also experienced while there was my grandfather waking up at night yelling, get out, and shut up," to hearing someone stomp right behind me as I was walking to the bathroom. I chalked it up as the house's floorboards creaking, since it was hella old. Sorry, I can't read hella old without chuckling. This particular time I remember, back in 1999, I was staying at my parents' house. I had moved out, but I went over to visit, so I stayed and slept on the couch. I had stayed previously once before and slept on the couch, and I recall waking up at night, seeing a shadow pass the front entrance door. Their door has the window with the frosted glass that filled half of the door, as well as a curtain. So the porch light shone through, and it was the silhouette I saw as the shadow walked past. I woke up and called out, "Mom? Sis? Hello?" No answer. But the night I recall vividly, I had one of those sleep paralysis episodes. Always when I have them, I hear a crowd of people either chanting or singing, like a stadium full of people. And always, in the dream, I'm either in an indigenous type of village or around temples or some sort of rock formations. Anyway, as I realized in the sleep paralysis moment, something I do not remember, scared me awake. So as I opened my eyes and tried to get up, suddenly I could not move or make a sound. That is when I saw a hooded shadow move over the top of me. That is when I panicked as it bent over me, and I saw a hand, clear as day, seeming to descend over my face. I started frantically praying in the name of Jesus. I may have blacked out again, but I woke up moments after, able to move. I never told my parents, though. They have had to know we had to have some spirits following or inhabiting our house. Or it follows me. But I have not had any malevolent occurrences happen where I live now. Just the occasional nudging me while I'm asleep. Either I will feel fingers under my pillow, or a push on my feet or face from disembodied fingers. Rarely a breath to my ear. My wife and kids, who are now grown, sometimes will see a shadow pass down the hallway, but rarely. It does not seem evil, but more like friendly, as if just accidentally passing through our dimension. That's what I'd like to think. The nudges? I don't know. I have other experiences. Maybe I will share some more later. And, SP? Yeah. You better share some more, because we're going to need more. But thank you, SP, for submitting an entity. It was something. And we loved it. And both of my stories, it was not intentional, but they both are at least sleep paralysis adjacent.
They are, and they both included prayers too. Again, if you're going to pray to Jesus, you don't just say, pray to Jesus, pray to Jesus.
I don't think that's prayer. What SP said.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
That's just Vince not understanding.
No, the part with if you guys have ever listened to the show before, the first episode, Meet the Ghostkeepers, we talk about a lot of this, our histories and things that have happened to us. Not a lot, I mean, things happen occasionally.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about feeling, I have felt and heard things in my pillow.
Yeah.
And this is, like we're talking like a Target pillow. It's not some special pillow. And
yeah, the tapping.
A tapping on the inside of my pillow. And this was a tapping on the inside of my pillow when I wasn't even sleeping. I woke up. I'll tell this story again real quick. Mm-hmm. You went up to go to the bathroom and you woke me up. Mm-hmm. And I sort of sat up in bed and I was hugging the pillow.
And the pillow was like folded over and he's like hunched over it.
And I'm hunched over because I'm like, oh, God, should I go back to sleep? And then.
So I come out of the bathroom and, I walk back into the room and he's sitting there like that. And all of a sudden he like flips out and flings the pillow across the room. Yeah. Just suddenly. I did and I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, basically what happened was that I was sitting there and I gradually became aware of the fact that I heard and felt something tapping inside my pillow. And it wasn't me. Yeah. I don't know. It could have been something tapping on the pillow or underneath or whatever.
You said that it felt like it was coming from inside the pillow.
It did. It yes. My memory's hazy, But you're the witness to my immediate statements. But yes, it felt like that, and I thought, and I swear to God, I thought, is that some sort of weird indigestion that my stomach is like popping? And I thought, if that's the case, I better go to the bathroom,
or the hospital,
one or the other,
or to the exorcist.
I mean, years later, I ended up getting my gallbladder taken out, but I don't think that
it was your gallbladder knocking on the door.
I don't think gallbladders. Help! Yeah, gallbladders don't knock like engines or something.
But also, in that house, we had a lot of sleep disturbances. Not a lot, but like a lot more than we've ever experienced since. I remember you talking about hearing scratching and this sounds, oh, it's giving me like goosebumps on my face.
No.
It totally sounds like made up, but I'm telling you, this happened. He would wake up a few times. It happened 3 or 4 times, saying that you heard scratching inside of the mattress.
Yes,
and
I
I was
remember
like, well, you know, that it was probably me like moving my feet or our dog doing something or your imagination or whatever, you know. So it sounded creepy, but I was like, I mean, there could be so many things. And then one night, we both heard the scratching in the mattress. And when I say scratching, because I know if you're like me, you're like, you probably had a rat and it was like burrowed in your mattress.
No, come on.
Well,
Why would you think that?
the mattress had no holes in it. You
We
know,
didn't have
clear
bed
to the
bugs
day
either.
we got rid of it. But it was not that kind of scratching. It wasn't like a ch, 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 ch. It felt, because you could feel it as well as hear it. It felt like somebody went, you know, with their fingernails on the mattress at the top and just one straight line
And slow, kind of slow.
down the mattress. That's what it felt like. And it was creepy. And it wasn't our dogs, because they didn't sleep on the bed with us. They didn't sleep near the bed.
I'm glad you experienced it because, you know, in recent years, you have started doing weird things like you'll sometimes like kick me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally, she kicked my ass in bed one time. And I was like, hey, what the hell? Go easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm not
built
scratching.
to spill, watch out.
Wow. But I'm not scratching on the mattress.
No, but she sometimes scratches my legs. So if I ever wake up with a scratch on my leg, I know it's not the paranormal. It's just the this one.
Yeah.
The usual normal.
Scritchy, scratchy.
So speaking of scritchy scratchy, I've got
Ooh.
another story.
Oh, is there scritchy scratchies involved?
I don't remember, but it's a honker of a story.
Honker?
Yes, it is. It was submitted by Tammy in Indiana, USA, in May of 2010. The story is called Screams in the Night. When I was 7 years old, my parents had a new home built. I was an only child. Lots of weird things happened to this house. Lots of weird things happened in this house. I think the first thing I noticed was a strange sound coming from inside my desk. I had a white dresser and matching white desk. I'd sit at that desk and do my homework. I would almost always hear a scratching sound coming from the inside of the desk. I heard it so often that it didn't even scare me. I can't remember not hearing it. From the time we moved in, I had horrific nightmares. Nightmares of the deaths of my parents, dismemberment, my beloved dog going rabid, absolutely horrifying nightmares that I'd never had before and have never had since. A few years after we moved in, I awoke one night to the sound of a man screaming. It seemed to be coming from down the hall. I thought it was...
What?
I thought it was my dad.
Why is that funny?
I don't... So I ran to my parents to see what was wrong.
Is that making you laugh?
Thankfully, they were both sleeping soundly. The door wasn't locked, if you know what I mean. They were both sleeping soundly. I woke my mother anyway and told her that I'd heard Dad screaming.
This isn't funny.
She assured me that it was a nightmare and told me to go back to bed and close the door on the way out. I heard this sound at least a few times a month for years. It was loud enough to wake me, but my parents never heard it. Even our dog didn't seem to hear it. It was like it was meant for my ears only.
Ghostkeeper Vince has lost it.
I'm just picturing the parents having that a passion, if you know what I mean. And this
Oh,
kid not figuring it out. You know,
Vince.
the dog doesn't pay attention. Okay. One night, I pinched my own hand until I bled to prove to my mother that I was awake and it wasn't a nightmare. I'm 38 years old now, and to this day, I know I was awake. About a year ago, my mother mentioned the blood that showed up on my wall while we lived there. I had completely forgotten about it until she mentioned it. One morning, I had woken up and there was a red substance on my bedroom wall that hadn't been there before. My mother thought it was paint. It was splattered as if someone had taken a paintbrush and flung it on the wall. We had no paint in the house that color, though, blood red. We painted over it. I wonder now if there are other things that happened to me in that house that I've forgotten. I never saw anything, and I have no idea of the history of the area. I know the house has changed owners many times since I lived there. No one seems to keep it longer than 5 years. And I know I heard a man screaming from down the hall many, many nights. We moved out of that house when I was 15. I never heard the screaming. I never heard the screaming again, thank God.
You're so filthy.
I have had many things go missing in that house. Oh, I have had many things go missing in the house I live in now, only to turn up again moments or even days later, right where I left them. I've had that happen.
Mm-hmm.
I even have witnesses this time. And I've heard friendly humming in the garage. A tune, not just a monotonous hum. I'm wondering if maybe I can hear spirits, but I've never seen one. I've never heard of anyone like this. If anyone has had a similar experience, I'd love to hear from you. And we would love to hear from you, too, if you've had a similar experience like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tammy, Indiana, in May of 2010, Screams in the Night. I didn't mean to laugh and make light of your situation.
And we're sorry, Tammy, that Ghostkeeper Vince is such a cad.
I'm sure it was traumatizing, no matter what it was. But, well, I dropped my phone, so there it goes.
Yeah.
There goes the show. Anyway.
No, I thought that was terrifying. I wasn't sure what you were laughing at, but you're filthy, so of course that's what you were laughing at. No, that was scary.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone else living in that house has woken up and heard the same thing.
Well, she said that nobody else did. Her parents didn't, and the dog didn't seem to.
I mean, since they lived there, other people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, didn't you say that you woke up? Well, I don't know. The thing about it is when people say, I woke up, I heard a voice that woke me up, and I know it was a voice in my ear.
Yeah.
But you know about exploding head syndrome. You hear that big, loud popping sound, and you kind of, you wake up, and you know instinctively or intuitively that it was in your head.
Yeah.
Whether it was your ears popping or your imagination or some sort of a weird dream or something like that.
Yeah.
A neurological thing.
I get exploding head syndrome. Well, I haven't had it.
I haven't had it in a long time.
For a while, but I used to get exploding head syndrome very frequently.
For me, though, I don't think the term exploding head syndrome really works because I never heard an explosion. I heard like a popping sound or some sort of just.
I hear all kinds of loud noises, but
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's terrifying, though.
Screams in the night.
I would not like to wake up hearing screams. Like I think that would scare me more than seeing like a full body apparition.
Yeah.
Waking up to screams? Are you kidding? No.
Well, sounds are more terrifying than visual stimulus.
I think so, because then your imagination can get involved.
And your imagination always does better than your eyes.
Yeah.
And that's because, the eyes are, they're still evolving, right? They can only see certain things, and some people have to wear glasses to be able to see. Some people have to wear hearing aids to hear. But you can certainly hear things in your head better than you can see them and envision them in your head. Mm-hmm. I cannot really close my eyes and project an image of a tree against the backs of my eyelids. I can, you know what I mean? What is that people call the people who cannot visualize things in their head.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
I can conceptualize a tree, conceptualize what the sun looks like or whatever, a star, but I don't actually see it when I close my eyes. And that's interesting. That's something. Write that down. That's something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't that something?
Well, do you feel bad for laughing at their story?
I mean, they're probably not listening, so that's kind of mean. It's like I only feel bad if they heard me. I'm sorry if it offended anybody listening, or if it ruined the show. But honestly, if anything was going to ruin the show, it's going to be this shirt that I'm wearing. Also, I have a question. Do you guys think I look like C. Everett Koop?
Nobody knows who C. Everett Koop is.
Anybody? If you know who C. Everett Koop is,
I don't know who that is.
Send me an email and I will send you a handshake. Virtual, of course.
Not sure how that works.
I'm not leaving the house anytime soon, so sorry.
I'm pretty sure there was something I was going to say, but I can't remember now.
You were probably going to tell me to be quiet or something like that.
Probably.
I mean, she's always doing that to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, so this is kind of falling off a cliff. Do you have any would you rathers or
paranormal would you rathers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me check my notes. Let me see. Sometimes I take notes for the show, guys, and occasionally
it's much better than me. I don't do that
because I sometimes I stare off into space. Okay, this is not a would you rather, but this is a question that I was posing to myself. What place from your childhood would be the creepiest place to revisit completely alone in the middle of the night?
Yep. I know.
I'm thinking, the basement of my parents' house when we lived in Maryland. That place was, it was really cool, but it was terrifying. And it had because my father finished the basement. Mm-hmm. He finished the basement, so you go down the stairs and there's this finished room, but there's a corner that you go around the corner. There's more room because he apparently, built a wall around the furnace and all that kind of stuff. So there was a corner, a blind corner, and I wish I had a picture of that place. There must be pictures somewhere.
So you must have pictured that when we were reading that book. We used to live here. Yeah. We used to live in this house.
I didn't actually, but
that's what that reminds me of, is the basement in that house.
Yeah, any kind of thing where there's like a weird corner. Okay, what's yours though? You were gonna say.
Mine is when I was in elementary school. There was, so our elementary school was like up here, and then down this hill a little bit there was a park. Well, in between the two, not on the road, there was like a strip of forest. And it wasn't real big. You could walk the entire length of it probably in like 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. And it was just a straight shot. There was just one trail that went straight through it, and then the occasional trail that like would cut down to the park or the school. And when I was in elementary school, we used to scare the hell out of each other with that little strip of forest because it was dark. It was very dense. And you'd be standing there in the middle of the day, and it was fairly dark. And there were all these stories about all these scary things that people had seen in there. And I know they were all BS. It was just kids trying to scare each other. But, like, as a little kid, that stuff gets in you. And now, in my mind, that forest is haunted as hell. That place is terrifying.
So you wouldn't want to be in there, especially at night by yourself?
Girl, I wouldn't want to walk through there in the daylight now.
Wow. Well, that would require you to leave the house.
That's true.
The castle, sorry.
But every once in a while, because sometimes when I can't sleep, I will kind of picture a place and like walk through it. And it's usually like a foresty type situation, and that helps me get to sleep. And a couple of times my mind has gone there. And that does not immediately put me to sleep because it makes me go, this is really scary.
Yeah.
It's a creepy park. There's almost no one ever at the park.
I know where you're talking about.
Yeah.
You showed me that before.
We've never walked through there, have we?
No, we've driven to it.
We should
And
walk through
I'm like,
there.
I ain't going. I'm getting out of the car.
Yeah, we should do it. I haven't been in there since I was probably in like 7th grade, maybe 6th grade.
By the way, Texas T in chat got it right. C. Everett Koop was the Surgeon General.
Ah, yes.
So you have my
good job, everybody.
and my sincere apologies because Texas T also said, "Oh, you've ruined the story with your laughing."
He really did.
I'm sorry. I mean, it was just it was genuine laughter. You know, and the Bishy, what's up, Bishy says, Vince, I was thinking, what the hell is the dad doing on a regular basis that the kids first thought that was him screaming?
Well, if it sounds like their father's voice. Don't start laughing again.
I'm not. The laughter is gone. It's been
been
exterminated
gone
by
for a
Texas T.
long
Thanks
time.
a lot for confirming that I ruined the story.
Don't make her feel bad.
No, I'm sorry. No, I appreciate it. She, you know, balanced out.
Yeah.
She got the Surgeon General thing, but you didn't say whether I look like him or not. He had better hair than me, actually. So
well, he had hair. You don't.
And that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Castle of Spirits True Ghost
well,
Stories.
you're just getting right out of here,
I have
aren't
to go
you?
to the bathroom. And on YouTube, this will be also podcast on a Tuesday or sometime during the week.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to listen to it, you're a better person than me.
And guys, send us your stories.
Do it.
Right now. Don't sit there and think, well, I don't know if it's really good enough or, you know, whatever it is. It's good enough. We want to hear it. Well, I don't know if it's really a ghost story per se. Doesn't matter. Let us decide. Just send us scary stories.
Go to castleofspirits.com for that.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Castle of Spirits. And if you like this show, tell a friend.
And if you hate this show, you should tell at least 2 enemies.
You know why? Because sooner or later, everybody ends up at the castle. I wrote that down earlier and I blew it.
And then blew it.
At the capsule.
Ooh, that is good. Sooner or later, everyone ends up at the castle.
That's right. They're going to get here someday, so might as well usher them on.
I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm
She's
turning off the show.
She's trying to end the show right now, but it's not working. So you get to hear the... Oh, wait, before we go...
Oh, well, it's done now. Hang on, let me just start the music over a little bit.
Oh, we have to do this.
Okay.
Because, guys, when we go through the show, I try to find a good visual image of us engaged in conversation. So this is, if you've made it this far, you're cool. So you get to follow along with us. So let's act like we're talking like, but you have to quit messing with the
Well,
computer.
I'm trying not to let the music end.
Well, I mean, we have to make it look like we're having a serious conversation.
Okay.
No, we both go, not the same face.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Oh. And then there was a ghost. That's a good one. That'll
Okay.
work. Okay.
That's it. That's the thumbnail.
Good night, everybody.
All right, goodbye. I don't know why I stopped the music. Oh, man. We are super professional. Goodbye.
Wow.